So I've got a lot of other content that I should be working on at the moment, but this just arrived in the mail, and I've been waiting for it for quite a while, and have been quite excited to build it. So I'm probably going to make this into 3 parts, but you know, each part is going to be unedited due to the new way I'm going to be doing my videos. So we're just going to start with the first part. Now this is a little LED D6 kit, D6 being, you know, 6-sided die, and basically it's got a little vibration motor and a switch and a tilt switch as well, I believe. Yeah, that's a tilt switch. You can, and that's basically just, there's a ball bearing in there and 2 electrodes, and the ball bearing rolls back and forth, and when it touches the 2 electrodes it completes the circuit, and that way it knows which way the thing is being tilted by whether the circuit is open or closed. There are no instructions whatsoever on how to build this thing, but that's okay. It seems like the PCB is fairly well labeled as to what needs to go where, mostly. So we've got this side, the LEDs are silk screened on there, so I'm sure that's where the LEDs need to be on this side of the board. And then on this side of the board, we've got all of the other components. So I think, yeah, I'm going to start with the LEDs because there's an LED here that goes underneath. This is going to go over top of those leads, so I'm going to have to trim those very, very, very close to the board. So let's go ahead and start with the LEDs. That might be a good part 1, just do the LEDs and switch to the next video. So polarity is marked with the flat side of the LED on the screen, silk screen there. There's a flat side of the LED, so we're just gonna pop those into place, just like so. Oh. The gauge on those holes is a little tight. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. And one more. Then I'm just going to use the little plate that we'll be actually putting on top of it, just like that, to diffuse the LEDs. Alright, now we're just going to solder it on, as usual. I got a comment from somebody on one of my previous videos. They were like, "Lol, learn to solder before you ask people for money." And I responded with, "What's your objection?" Because I'm always open to input. You know, if somebody has a suggestion for something I can do better, you know, sure, you know, let me know. Talk to me in the comments. But if you're going to be an asshole, I'll give you a chance, one chance, to respond. So I asked him, "What's your objection with my soldering technique?" He never responded, so I just deleted the comment. And that is how I will treat further such comments on my channel, at least until I start getting too many comments to handle, at which point we just won't bother. So I'm going to zoom down. I really need a better lens so I can zoom further in, but whatever. Alright, and then we're just going to start by, let's wet the tip of the soldering iron because it hasn't seen some love in quite a while. There's that smell of fresh solder. Love that smell. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and do the normal steps of soldering one lead down. Just like so. There we go. Alright, now that those are tacked in with solder, we'll just quickly make sure that all of these LEDs are nice and flush to the board. Oh, that one was not flush because it went bonk. And then we'll do this one. And that one also went bonk. Looks like we're good for most of these. Good on that one. Good on that one. And good on that one. Alright, now we'll tack down the other leads, like so. A decent circuit board. Actually fairly pleased with how well the solder is flowing onto this. Previous kits I've gotten from Banggood have had a tendency to not really accept solder very well, but the pads on this board are very thirsty, which is nice. The solder flows in real good. Alright, let's go ahead and trim those leads. Now, I do have a complaint about this kit, and Banggood is really bad about this. Another reason why I won't be ordering anything else from Banggood. This is how they shipped the microprocessor. Just bare leads. No foam, no nothing to protect the processor from ESD or physical damage. ESD isn't as much of a worry, but physical damage is definitely a thing that can happen, as evidenced by this. That's how this arrived. So they've got a long way to go before I would be willing to buy anything else from them. Just really bad experiences lately. So, anyway. That has nothing to do with building the kit. Alright. How far are we in? Well, we're getting to close to the 10-minute part, so I will probably wrap this up and move to the other components in the next video. So, there we go. There's part 1 of the D6 project from Banggood. If you haven't already, consider clicking here to subscribe. Right over here is a video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. Right over here is, I guess this will be the kit builds playlist, because this won't have a playlist just yet. And right here is the link to Patreon that you can use to help me buy more kits like this. So thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you in the next part. Bye bye.